Hi soulmate, welcome back to class. My name is Queen. So in today's tutorial, I've gone ahead to stay my fabric with my hair stay. Don't forget, this is a continuation of a previous class where I did the pattern drafting of this dress. So now I'll go ahead to sew all these parts. So this is the main fabric and this is the back fabric of the same material as well. So I'll go ahead to slit the back and take it to my sewing machine and sew as well. Press this part with iron behind the camera. I did the same too to the lining. You can see it's looking neat and well sewn. Okay, so I will go ahead to shape this part. So I came down by 1.5 inches here, and on this other part by 1 inches. So I'll go ahead to connect the line together. I'm just shaping it this way. This is what I want. I actually want a sweetheart kind of neck, so I'm going ahead to shape it out. Okay, so once I'm done shaping it out, I will do the same thing on the lining as well. Okay, the next thing for me now is to put or infuse my breast cup into my bust position. To achieve this, I'll be using wool gum. You can use any gum that works well for you, but for me and for this tutorial, I'll be using wool gum. It works perfectly for me. Okay, so what I'll do now is just to put it around the cup and not putting it on inside. I'm putting it on the outer part of the cup, as you can see. So I'm just trying to incorporate the gum around it, and then I will take it and fix it into the cup position. So I'm trimming the excess here. I don't want too much excess so that it won't look on it on the outside. So I just placing it in, and at this point you want to have to be really careful so that you can have a nice positioning of the cup, just how it ought to sit. So that's what I'm doing now, and I'm just trying to mold it so the gum can stick to the main fabric. Okay guys, so I am done doing this. It's looking nice, but it's not yet dry, so I have to give it some minutes so it can dry and stay perfectly well on it. So I'm going to go ahead to do the same thing on the other bust area. Okay, now guys, I've done it and this is what I have. Whoa, so looking so fine already. I actually love the outcome. Okay, so this is what I have, and I'm just good to go with this. So the next thing is just go ahead to sew around the bust. Just where I'm touching is where I'm gonna sew. Okay, this is it. Since I use a matching thread, it is hard for you to see the stitch line on the outer parts. So this is how the in looks like. It's so neat and it is well done. Okay, so the next thing I'll do now is to go ahead and sew my wrinkling on my lining. I'm not sewing it on the main fabric this time. I'm sewing it on the lining, so it will be kind of covered. I don't want a stitch line on my main fabric out, so I'll go ahead to put it on, starting from under bust down to the length of the dress. So I'll go ahead to sew it down on it. I'll be using three facing, that is three lines of boning on the frontal part, and on the back just at the joining part, that's where I'm going to be using it. But for the front, I'm still going to add one to the middle. So guys, I have gone ahead to sew it, and this is the outcome. So I only sew under the bust, don't forget, under the bust area, and at the middle I sew all through the middle. Okay, this is the back, and this is all I have for the boning that I've done. So the next thing for me to do is to go ahead and join my fabrics together. So before I do that, I will first of all align my fabric and then measure the bust and the under bust, then the waist I want to work with. So the bust I'm working with is 38 inches divided by 2. I have 90 inches, so I'll go ahead to mark 19 inches on the middle. So, and for the waist is 32, so I'm chalking 32 divided by 2, which is 16. Okay guys, so I'll go ahead to sew, but before I do that, this is my mesh net. I will go ahead to sew. I have used my pattern paper to trace it out behind the camera. So this is it, and I'll go ahead to sew it. All the tutorials on how I cut this is on my other video. I'm going to be dropping the link so you can refer to it for the pattern drafting, and this is the sewing aspect. Okay guys, so I'll go ahead to sew this to the main fabric, and from the back as well, the back net, I'm going to sew it to the back. Then my lining, I'm going to go ahead to sew my lining together as well. So I'm not sewing my lining with this yet, I'm sewing it separately, my net with the main fabric first. Once I'm done, I'll go ahead to give this a basket shape. Okay guys, so this is the lining I was talking about. I'll go ahead to join it separately. So this is the outcome. I've gone ahead to done that. I've sewn the lining and I've joined it with my fabric. After I join my mesh with my main fabric, I use my lining to cover it up, and this is the result of it. Okay, the next thing for me to do is to go ahead to shape my basket. Okay, so I'll just go ahead to shape it, just shape it the way I want, and this is how I want it. I don't want the tip to be very pointy, so I only make it kind of curvy in a way. So I'll go ahead to use my scissors to cut it out. So make sure it is well aligned so you don't cut it wrongly. So I'm just trying to place it well and then cut it out the right way. Okay, so I am done. I'm done cutting it, and I'm just shaping this excess here out. So guys, this is what I have. It's so neat, and I'm just loving it even without the outcome yet. So the next thing for me to do now is to place it on my skirt. I'll be dropping the video on how I made this skirt, so I'm going to drop this after this very video. Okay guys, so the next thing for me to do is to shape my skirt with the way my basque shape has come out. So I'm just tracing it out like so, and once I'm done chalking it out, I'm going to cut it, but leaving half inches before the line. Before my chalk line, I'll be leaving an half inches, which is going to serve as my seam for sewing or joining the basque with the skirt. So guys, this is what I have. I will go ahead to join it now. I'll be joining the skirt and the basque together. So for the back area, I'll go ahead to measure 1 inches from the zipper space. I'm going to chalk it 1 inches down, and I'll be shaping it up to the waist, to the side joining, not to the waist, to the side joining. Okay, so this is just like what I'm doing, and I'll go ahead to cut it out. This will help my dress to lay flat at the back and give it a nice look. Okay, so I'll go ahead to fix my zipper now. I'll fix my zipper, and then I'm going to join my dress together as well. But before I do that, at this part I'm going to be sewing it on 0.7 inches, so that space is going to be enough for my plastic boning to go in. Okay, this will help my back loop to stay firm. So mate, this is the outcome of the dress. I've gone ahead to fix the zipper, and I've gone ahead to knit the inside after joining my upper part to the skirt, and this is what it's looking like. I use a lining to turn up the sewn area, that is the seam inside, so it will be well done. And at the back here, I've gone ahead to perforate it with a scissors, and I will be fixing my eyelet, and then take it to my eyelet machine and fix it. So I'll go ahead to do it all through the back. I have perforated 5 holes, and voila, this is a result. It's looking so fine. I hope you try it. If you watch this video to this stage, please go ahead to subscribe to my channel, like, comment and share. Let me know if you're trying this in the comment section. So for the trimmings, I use a wool worm to stay to the dress, and for the chain I use needle and invisible thread to tack it to the tip of the armhole. We have come to the end of this tutorial, so mate, see you in my next video. Thanks for watching, and bye.